everybody, welcome back to my channel. Good morning, vlogsters. Today, this is my lunch. This morning's coffee had Miralax in it. This afternoon's cold brew has a Premier Protein Shake in caramel with cold brew and a splash of caramel macchiato creamer. Oh my lord, it's delicious. But I thought I would just come on here. I just shot a video of doing my medical stuff, and I just thought I would come on here real quick and just talk to you guys about, like, hey, guess what? Physical therapist came today and she evaluated me. She's hoping to get 10 sessions in, but she was so impressed, and I was like, nobody thinks I'm doing my physical therapy. It's just kind of comical, because I was like, I told her about how some people that don't like my channel or don't like me were saying, well, Mom said that they were saying that, so this is hearsay, but she said somebody in a comment said that when the physical therapist comes to evaluate me the last time, that I'm going to have no muscle tone because I've been laying in bed the whole time, not doing anything. And then when the physical therapist came and she said my muscle tone was good, except for she wanted me to work on my core, they said, oh, she must have been walking the whole time. And there's no making them happy, but, you know, still. And I talked to her today, and she was like, wow, look at you. You can stand and everything. And I was like, yeah, I've been ready to go since April, but he didn't want me to. So I've been, like, really, and I said, I do my physical therapy. I think that's the part that's the hardest. You guys, I can't record me doing physical therapy every day. It would be so freaking boring. This would literally be one of those channels, like those exercise shows that are on 6 o'clock in the morning back in the day, of like the two ladies in the leotards that almost look like twins, who are like exercising with some like other lady that doesn't look anything like them in the middle. You know what I'm talking about? They were just on 6 o'clock in the morning, and they would be doing their thing, and the camera would try to do all these great moves around them and to the sides, and it was really funny. But that's what my channel would be like if I did my physical therapy on camera every day. I know people hate that I just lay there and vlog, but literally, it's a vlog channel, so it's just for me to sit and talk and tell you about my day. And the fact that I'm laying down, I've mentioned it before, is because I only have so much time that I could sit up in the brace before it's really irritating. And I would rather do stuff if that's not to offend you or anybody's sensibilities. So yeah, I'm gonna vlog laying in the bed because I don't want to let an opportunity go by for me to be able to work on my house or my books or whatever it is. So today I'm again without the front, sans the front. Oh, you can't even see the back right now, but here's the back, because of these sores on my belly. And I knew I had to wear the full brace during the physical therapy evaluation and while I was walking. I always wear full brace when I'm walking. So we put this front back on so that I can get up and get into bed. But the one thing we were talking about, and you know, I forgot to ask her, I told her why the commode was here, because I don't have to get my brace on. I could just pivot into the commode. But now that I can walk, does she think it'd be okay to take 2 or 3 steps without the brace on? I forgot to ask her that. And of course, I don't know that that's for her to decide. Like, if I use the walker, I don't really know if she can make that determination anyway. But I'll ask. I just forgot to ask today. So basically, why the commode has been close to me is because there are times, especially in the middle of the night, when I cannot put my brace on before I have to go to the bathroom. And I risk sitting up and pivoting to the bathroom. That's a risk that I'm willing to take instead of having to pee in the bed. But I won't really risk walking the 5 or 6 steps, because to me that's just like, I don't know, the impact on my spine, I think every time I take a step, is dangerous. And that's why I never did that. Even before, when the commode was over there and I had my rollator, I would pivot on my rollator and push myself back and then pivot into the chair. So I wouldn't actually like walk. I wouldn't actually have that impact. You know, when you go down, everything, gravity pulls everything down, and your spine is like your vertebrae, like shock absorbers. And I really just don't want to risk it at this point. I'd hate to like wouldn't you guys hate to see me like sitting in this and suffering this since November? What is it? November, December, January, February. So 8, 9 months, 10 months now. We're started 10 months. Next week, in 2 weeks, it'll be 10 months. To be like suffering for 10 months for this and then blow it in the last like month, that would like... So, sitting up here, I know that I'm not leaning forward. We put the table, I'll show you really quick, the rolling table, we pulled it all the way in so I can't lean forward. I mean, there's no reason for me to lean forward anyway, but literally the table is keeping me from leaning forward and reaching. I can reach the stuff that I put up here, and I could reach my table and the lights and stuff, but that's it. I don't want to be here anymore. Like, I know you guys know, and I appreciate all of your prayers. You guys have been so amazing. I can feel your energy. I can feel the energy and love coming from the comment section, coming through this phone, this device. Like, I feel it. And I'm not trying to be like a weird person that says that, but I feel it. Jesus is all around me. I know he's all around all of us, but I'm just talking about me right now. So Jesus is all around me, and every time you guys send me love, I can just feel him squeezing me tighter and tighter and tighter. And I just feel it. I feel it, and I am amazed by it, and I'm in awe of it, and I absolutely love it. And I'm not crying, even happy tears. This is just my eyes watering from the pain in my mouth, so I'm sorry. I wanted to show you what we did over here. I finally got my crosses all hung the way sorry about that. A little bit of the way that I wanted it. Let's see, will that turn it all? A little bit. Okay, so you can see that this is what the plan was this all along. And this beautiful phrase that Jeri-Ann gave me, which the lamp is kind of cattywampus, but it says, kind heart, fierce mind, brave spirit. Can you see that? And I just love the way that it's like blue and silver and black. Like, I love the way it came out. I found a push pin when I was cleaning. It was in like a little cubby hole here. And I said, oh, Jim, look, a push pin. He was sitting here on the couch during morning coffee one day. And I was like, just stick that push pin right in there. And let's put that one. And I knew once I put the blue cross up, then I knew exactly like where would we want to put the white cross. And I love that the white cross and the metal cross have a similar shape. I love that the blue of the little cross that was gifted to me, do you see the little cross that was gifted to me? It's got a magnet on the back. So pretty. I love that it's resin the blue, and just everything about the whole little corner. And my sunflower from Ashley, and my bag. This was a gift bag from Kelly, the physical therapist, and blessed with every breath, because as you know, my J is from Ann. I love my little gnomies, the gnomes, and my head wig, and then all my little chachkarai that's happening here on my shelf. It just reminds me of all the love I've got. I've got all of this beautiful love that's happening in this corner. It's overwhelming. It can be overwhelming at times. You know, I'm not saying that I never thought I was much, because my self-esteem has really been through the roof since I, turned in my 20s. Like my late teens, early 20s. So I'm not trying to say like I don't think that I'm not, but I never really looked at myself being more special to anyone but my family and my students. When I was a nursery school teacher, they just love me. So I'm like, oh, I don't mean that, but really like the kids just all, and then when I worked at AHRC, then everybody there, they just like, I got along with so many people, and I felt the love there. And I feel like I never really thought that I would be outside of my circle. And I think that's what I mean. I don't know that I'd ever thought that the love would be outside of my circle, my physical circle. And I am so grateful that I reach out across the world. Whether or not the world reaches back is another story, but I'm so grateful that I reach out across the world. If you are a supporter, I always will be thankful and grateful for your support. Really, truly, I am. And if you're a person who doesn't support me, or doesn't believe my story, or doesn't believe the things that I could be saying are correct, or whatever it is, I love you too. I pray for you every single day. You know, I know a lot of people have possibly potentially hateful things out there to say, and it really bothers me because I think hurt people. I think people who don't have love in their lives really are the ones that try to hurt others, or fulfillment, self-fulfillment. I think that part of it is definitely that. But maybe things that we see in ourselves that we deflect or project onto others. And I've said that for a long time. You know, I might remind you of somebody who cheated you once before, or who was lazy, or who you didn't like. And you're deflecting your feelings onto me, or projecting their image onto me. And there's really nothing I can do about that, other than to continue to be myself, and to continue to sit here and talk to you guys every day, and just share my life with you. I mean, that's really what this has all been about. I am happy to say we're almost done with the craft room. Jim was going to hook up the electricity today, but he didn't have a good sleep last night, because I didn't have a good sleep last night. I actually woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe it was 4, and my back was on fire. And I asked him, I was like, could you please go into the guest room, because I had to roll over into his spot. And I know it sounds weird, but literally I don't know what it is about laying like full out on a diagonal. I hate it because I miss not sleeping with him, and I hated that I had to wake him up. Oh, I hated it so much. But he had trouble falling back to sleep, I found out this morning. It's so funny because he was so crabby this morning, which it's totally rightfully so. He woke up, he was so crabby this morning, he's like, well, you know I didn't fall back to sleep till 7 o'clock in the morning. I was like, no, I didn't know that. You were in the other room. How was I supposed to know that? I was like, you're telling me now, so now I know. But it was just funny because I was like, no, I didn't know that, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, it's just, I felt bad. So today he's just a super bit too physically exhausted to do much. So he's just done like laundry, little things around the house, made breakfast, did dishes, like that. I was grateful to be able to go out with him into the living room and work on my book and work on some things around the house with him, which I got to walk with my walker, and that was pretty exciting. So the wheelchair was officially moved out to the car. I was told today, and for now, and I have an appointment coming up, and we have something to do on Friday, and I have an appointment next week, that I'm not supposed to walk far. So still utilize the wheelchair for long distances. And the doctor's appointments are usually very long by the time you get out of the car and through all the way to, like, the clinic is very large, and where I get my eye shots is pretty large. And it's not so much getting to like the door where the treatment rooms are, but getting to each individual treatment room is tons of walking. So, if I had a rollator, I could sit from time to time, but I don't right now. So, walker it is, and then wheelchair while we're out. So I said to Jim, you can officially move the wheelchair back to the van, yay! And we, you know, did some rearranging for the furniture in here so I could walk safely and unobstructively. I'm very excited for each new day. I joked with my sister, and sometimes I hate putting things out in the universe, even if I joke about it, because when I joke about it, a lot of times I'm scared. Not all the time, like not here on the vlog especially, but with my family. They know, like, when I'm joking about something, it's usually like, you're scared, you know. Here, I'll just tell you I'm scared, because I don't know that everybody here knows me well enough to get my natural sarcastic humor or that type of, like, you know, she was laughing, but why is she laughing? That she's got stage 4 cancer or whatever. Like, I guess people want me to wallow, which is horrible, but I'm not going to do that for them, to please them. Excuse me, fly. Thank you. It's so hot outside, the flies are coming inside, and just to get out of the heat. I said jokingly, I was like, yeah, I got permission to walk again. And the day after I start the chemotherapy, which of course is going to make me tired every other day. And who knows if I'll have the energy to walk anywhere. But hey, let's go take one day at a time, right? And she knew like that I was scared that that's what's going to happen. But I am not letting it. Yesterday, I was exhausted and had really nothing to do. It did have to do with the chemotherapy, but it wasn't a side effect of the chemotherapy. It was the nervousness that I got remembering to take the chemotherapy. So it's all good. I fell asleep today because I didn't have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning because it's every other day. So we'll see how tonight's rest goes. Okay. I feel like this might be it for now. Like I said, I am really excited about what each new day brings. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow and the next day. And I just had a nice long talk with hubby about, you know, what I envision. I said I don't even have to close my eyes to see us sitting around the fire pit at the campsite in our camp chairs, just inviting neighbors to come over. Maybe even roasting some sugar-free marshmallows with sugar-free chocolate and gluten-free graham crackers. Maybe, who knows? But they don't quite have the same, as you can imagine, right? But anyway, oh gosh, you guys, I love you so much. I really do. It's hard to even imagine where I would be without you. And I know that sounds like a broken record because that's kind of like how I end all the videos. But truly, truly, I couldn't imagine going through this journey without each and every one of you. So thank you very much. And I love you. If nobody's told you today that you're loved, you can always come by and hear how much I love you because it is so freaking true. Listen, as always, you take care. God bless. And we'll see you next time. Bye.